Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Michaela and I'm going to do today with you a new pattern. It's a pattern which I've been working several weeks actually, to be honest. And I'm so excited. I'm ready to share it now with you, and I'll present you the parts. So it's a twisted knot skirt with bikini bottoms incorporated. So the bikini bottoms, for the demonstration purpose, I'm going to use the same bikini bottoms I've used in my Wendy Skort tutorial. So yes, how to do the bikini bottoms I will not be showing you on this tutorial, so I recommend you to check the video of the Wendy Skort. I will give you the minute exactly when I'm working on the bottoms, but I just want to tell you that they are prepared and I'm going to set them aside. And I've got here the parts of my twisted knot skirt. So this is one side, this is the other side. These little bits, they are the other back side of the skirt. So yeah, they will help to incorporate the bottoms. This bit as well is part of the long side of the skirt, and this is of the short side of the skirt, and this is the back side of the skirt, just like that. So we'll be working first on the front side of the skirt, and I'm going to explain you the steps I'm going to do. So as you can see, I've marked on these little pieces. I just wanted to say first, actually, cutting the pattern is instructed to be cut all on the front, on the main side of the fabric, so on the main fabric. So you don't have to cut in mirror or anything like that. As it's shown, this is how it should be cut. So you'll just have to follow each part, each piece, and cut it like I've cut it here. So yes, I'll go ahead and explain you. So I've marked already on my little pieces, I've marked the sides, which I'm going to do a hem roll. So I'll be starting with these first, and as well this part of the skirt also will have to have a hem roll. So as well, I will be doing this first. I'm going to take a small part, a small piece, and I'm going to do a hem roll. I'm just going to show you. I am actually doing a hem roll with my overlock machine. The settings I'm using, it's actually just basic settings, and the differential feed is on 1, and stitch length is pretty by default, and the highest stitch width actually. So it's not a ruffled hem roll, it's just actually a simple hem roll. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and do this with you. So yeah, this is the hem roll. I'm actually going ahead and release a little bit of the tension. So yeah, I'll be doing this for all the sides I've said to you before, right? And once I'm done, I'll be coming back to show you the next steps. Okay, so I did my hem roll over everything. And actually, I forgot to tell you, the hem roll also should be done on the bottom, on the back side of the skirt, on the bottom part, which anyways we will be putting aside for the moment. And actually this piece as well, we will put it aside for the moment, and we will work just on the small part of the skirt, so you understand it step by step what should be done. So what I'm going to do first, actually I'm going to do two little small cuts into the fabric, just so I know until where my my knot of the skirt will go, my fake knot, right? So I normally mark about 2 centimeters on the pattern, is already marked. So yes, I'm actually going to do this pen over here. So it's literally just 2 centimeters. So I take a I hope my scissors, it's a little snip, just tiny bit, you see here, right? And I will be mirroring on the other side, on the other part of the fabric, the same. It's a little snip as well on this side. Yeah, I don't know where's my normal fabric, my normal scissors, but yes, I made these little cuts over here, and I will be doing this on the same side. As you see, I've already marked it here, which side I have to do it. I've marked it just as in the pattern, right, so I don't get confused. So now I take the meter and I measure here 2 centimeters, and then I take my little cut thread cut and now the next thing, I'm going to turn this little front piece, I'm going to turn it on the wrong side of the fabric, right? And this bead, right, I am going to place it just like this, and I'm going to pin it, right, end to end. So sorry. I'm going to pin it like this, and I'm going to do actually a straight stitch. It's really not a straight stitch, it's a basting stitch, right? So I'm going to do the bast stitching really all over, right, over everything here, like that. That's the first thing I'm going to do. So I will be explaining you, if you didn't watch any of my videos before, actually a bast stitching is literally just a straight stitch with the highest stitch length, and its purpose is to secure, or at least for me, is to secure two layers of fabric, that they're not slipping around when we are usually sewing over 2 or 3 layers, right? It's easier if we need to use the serger. It's easier to do a bast stitching. So sorry, my thread is out. All right. Oh, I got it twisted once again. Nice. Sorry for that. Alright, so go ahead and just do this little bast stitching, and of course once I'm done with it, I will make some small cuts into it to allow stretch. So I'm making sure that I'm placing well over, and I try to make the stitch very close to the border. And I want to make sure that my thread snipping is also aligned. Perfect. Okay, I'm using a black thread actually on purpose for you to see exactly what are my stitches, right? And now, as you can see, I'm doing these little cuts into it. Perfect. Now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to turn it once again on the right side of the fabric so you can see better the next step. So I am going to I'm going to fold it like that over, right, and I'm going to do the same thing practically, but just until this part. So I'm making sure that I'm aligning it until the little cut, right? And actually I will be doing a bast stitch as well, but then I will be serging it, And actually what I'm leaving here, it will be the hole which the other side of the skirt will be passing through, right? So I'll be just placing my needle after the little cut, right? And now I do the little straight stitch. I mean, if you're comfortable going immediately over the 3 layers of fabric, you can obviously skip the bust stitching, but I highly recommend it, as you know, lycra is really slippery fabric. And yes, perhaps I don't mention it ever in my video, but most of my my patterns, especially the swim patterns, I'm working with full waist stretch lycra, so I make sure that it has plenty of stretch. So now we'll be going ahead to my serger, right? And I will be serging this, like I always say in many of my videos, if you do not have a serger, I recommend you using a zigzag stitch, as it offers a lot of stretch. But if you do have a serger, go ahead and use it as it's a lifesaver. Okay, so this bit is done like that, and you can see now that we've created this little this little hole, right, which will be passing the other bit. I'm just removing some of the little threads over here. So yes, and another important thing, you will see this bit later will be folded over like this. So this is practically, we've hidden the seam, right? So next thing, we are going to focus on the other side of the skirt, right? So I'm taking the other side of my skirt and I'm going to repeat the same steps which I've practically done in my first side of the skirt. So I'm placing, oh sorry, I've lost my pin. I'm just gonna check exactly where I have to cut. Just a second. Okay, so I'm back and I've marked already on my pattern the pieces which I need to do the little cut into the fabric. So I've cut also my scissors back, and I'm going ahead and do this first so I don't get so I don't forget it. And so the first thing we're going to do, just like before, I'm going to turn it on the wrong side of the fabric, and I'm going to place, oh so sorry, somebody's at the door. Okay, so what I was saying actually is that I've placed the little piece, I've placed it over my long side, right? And I will be doing the same thing. I will be pinning all around the length, right? And I will be doing a bust stitching over, right? Like that. So like I said, I'll do the bust stitching over like before, right? And then I'll come back to show you the next step. Okay, so I did the bust stitching, which I said I was going to do, and like before, I'm going to turn the other side of my skirt on the right side of the fabric, right? And I'm going to take now my other side, so the little piece, right? And this part is really actually important, because in order to create the twisted knot, we will have to pass it through through this little hole which we've created over here. Let me find it first. Right, so I'll be introducing it just like that, right? and you want to make sure that nothing is getting twisted in between, so you're having exactly like through it, right? And then you will be pulling it until you have this little little cut over here, right, like this, and you'll be start pinning it from this moment on all along. And I will be doing like before, first a bust stitching, and then I will serge it all along. So I'll be doing this off camera. Like I said, first I'm doing a bust stitching all along this bit, and then I will be doing the serging. It's done only until the little cut which we did before. Okay, so I am back, and actually for purpose of showing you, I'm going to turn the skirt on the same side as I was last showing it to you. So like I said, what I did was the bust stitching, and then I've serged it, right, just until the little cut over here. Why I do say until the little cut, because I think it's quite easy to serge or to stitch very, very close by, but you can always do like a hand stitch afterwards, which I will actually do, right, to make the hole a little smaller. But yes, this is very little, yes, to cover, right? So the next thing, we are actually going to turn the skirt on the other side, right, on the wrong side of the fabric, right? And you see I have here the mirrored pieces, right, which they are like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to place it over like that, right, and I'm going to place like this. And first I'm going to do a bust stitching over over this part, like the upper part, and as well to this side part, right, that the fabric it's not moving. And I will repeat the same thing on this side. I'll be doing a bust stitching the same on the upper part and on the side. This bit we will leave it for the moment undone. And once I've done the bust stitching, remember to make the little cuts in between, so it allows stretch. I will show you the next step. I will be doing this off camera, bust stitch and bust stitch. It's just a bust stitch, you don't need to serge it, just a bust stitch to secure the two layers of fabric together. Okay, so I did my bust stitching here, and now the next thing we are going to do is actually unifying this middle part as well. So I'm going to do this with you. Because as you can see, this is the front, which is completely adjustable, so it's not gonna be a long stitch, it's gonna be rather a little bit shorter stitch, about this much, like this. And now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So as you can see, one side is like moving around because it's the side which goes like through the twisted knot, and the other side is obviously fixed because it's just mirrored, so has only a smaller length, right? So I'm going to be very careful that I'm only getting 2 layers of fabric, right? And now I still have my skirt right on the wrong side of the fabric, and the next thing I am going to do, I'm going to unify these two sides, right, to close this this little part, right? So I will be doing exactly the same, a straight stitch, but this time it will be over 4 layers of fabric. Okay, and I'm going to remove the little threads I've got here. Right, so now your front skirt is already prepared, right, for the for the back side, right, and looking very pretty from the front as well. Say it's coming in a little V shape, right, like that. Perfect. Okay, so next thing it will be actually is attaching the back piece of the skirt. So what we are going to do, we are going to pin the sides just like that until the end, and the other side just like that until the end. Pin, bust stitch, and serge, right? So I'll be doing this off camera, just the sides, right? And then I will be showing you how I introduce the bottoms into the skirt. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so the skirt is ready and I've turned it on the right side, right? So I just serged the sides of my skirt and I secured the ends. So I've turned it on the right side for you to see it easier. This is a better way to visualize it. And next I'm going to turn my bottoms as well on the right side, like this. So I'm having the front part facing me. And what we're going to do is practically introducing the bottoms into into the skirt just as you're seeing them. Oh, but I'm sorry, I realized that I didn't bust stitch. So I will be bust stitching the upper part of the bottoms, because otherwise it's going to be quite difficult with the 2 layers of fabric moving around. But I'm going to explain you what I'm going to do off camera. So I've introduced the bottoms on the inside of the skirt, and then I'm actually turning everything on the wrong side, and I will be pinning all along the upper part, right? The skirt is slightly longer than the bottoms, but it's absolutely no problem. You match them together, slightly pull the bottoms to fit, and then I will do actually first a bust stitching, and then I will be adding elastic on this side, on the inside. I will do the bust stitching and then adding the elastic. I will be showing you on camera everything what I'm going to do. Okay, so I have my skirt with my bottoms already done the bust stitching, and I'm going to turn it on the wrong side of the fabric, and now I'm going to attach the elastic on the lining side like would be, right? And I have here rubber elastic. Obviously attaching elastic is so important in this moment, otherwise your bottoms will not have a lot of support, I would say, right? So I'm adding it by hand actually, and only very few. I'm pulling it a little bit just to create tiny bit of creasing, so when I will be top stitching it will not be waving. That's the most important thing. And in the same time I'm also going not too fast, because I want to feel that I'm only serging over the 4 layers of fabric and not more, that I don't get like more fabric underneath. perfect. So serging is done, and the very last step would be actually the top stitching. I do have thread to my cover stitch machine. If you don't have a cover stitch machine, you can always use a zigzag stitch. I still do it. It's also a very good stitch, but I'm going just to show you a few stitches and then I'm going to do the rest off camera, but it's almost done. Look how pretty it's looking. So practically I'm going to turn this edge towards the inside. So I fold it toward the inside and I place it under, and in the same time I'm feeling the fabric with my fingers. I do have a very thick layer over there, so I'm going to lift the foot and try to help my machine tiny bit to pass through it. That's done. And I just simply top stitch it like this. Right, so I'll be doing the rest off camera, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you liked it. If you have any questions, please feel free to write me. I'm always very happy to answer your questions and your doubts, and I hope you like this project. It's really cool skirt and bottoms together. I can't wait to make one for myself and wear it. And yes, I wish you happy sewing.